is tight. Who will rise in the heat of the night? The finish line's near, we're on the edge. Who's taking the crown? Who's falling off the ledge? Mud flies, engines scream. White knuckle drivers chase their dream. Hearts pounding, loud and roar. Bob calls it all with a thunderous roar. So thank you again for tuning in tight. BobbethTV, where we live the fight. The engines may cool, but the legend will grow. Till next time, welcome back to the show.
Oh, my mic's actually up. Oh, and almost choked on my food. Okay, BobbethTV is live. You know what that means. We're here with another episode of Mud Mule TV coming your way. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and now Kick as well. So 4 different variants. You can go watch a wonderful racing here with the Knuckleheadz iRacing League's Grassroots Racing Series. It is sprint car day at Bristol Motor Speedway. We've started off the day, as you can see, with the non-winged sprints. Then we'll chuck some wings on them and come back and do it all over again at the same track. Looks like we've got about 10 cars registered for today's race. Still got about 5 minutes in at practice. So I just thought we'd go live, have a bit of a look at these cars and see what we can expect just while I finish off my coffee and my breakfast. Don't think we have a track map for Bristol. No, we don't, which is weird. All right. So we'll leave you with a bit of practice time on your screen. But Ken McLean is our quickest at the moment, 15.730, 15.822 for Von Mead. Jonathan Foxworth, Brian Angel, Mike Moniz, the top 5. Wayne Bridges, Mike Davis, and Tim L. Brown back there, just outside with the 6th, 7th, and 8th quickest times. We do have Dawson Potter, Travis McDonald, and Dow Bowen to get on the track. Hey, Dow's back. I did get a message from Dow the other day. He was looking at joining the V8 Supercars as well that I broadcast. But good to see him here with the Knuckleheadz iRacing League. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you with a bit of practice. I'll be back soon. All right, practice has come to a close. Qualifying at time is here. Let's see if some of those times can be improved upon. So 15 at 992 there. Ken McLean is going to be the latest quick time. No sound. Oh, there's no race sound. Thank you, Kelly. Appreciate it. I don't know why that was muted. There we go. Sorry, I've not been well the last couple of days. The racing was off yesterday due to their own issues, not mine. But it was sort of perfectly timed in that, yeah, I'm a bit not well. So, yeah, we'll see how we go today. So try and make my way through my coffee. We have a Kevin Clay, John Foster, Wade Bridges, the first three cars on the board. So I apologise on the sounds and the noises and the sniffles. I'll try and do my best to keep them off mic. As long as with the sneezes. Ah! Oh, there we go. Sneezing fit. Nice. Oh. Still having a sneezing fit. Holy shit. Oh my gosh. Sorry about that, guys. Get back to the race in a moment. Blasters. Oh dear, oh dear. Alright, for those of you just tuning in, apologies for the back and forth. Bob is not feeling the best today. A bit under the weather. We are currently in qualifying for the Knuckleheadz iRacing at League's Grassroots Racing at Series, where we are in sprint car mode at Bristol Speedway today. So we're going to start off here with the 360 non-wing sprint cars, as you can see. And then we're going to finish up our second race with the 360 sprint cars, all here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Mark Davis in the pits. Looks like Travis McDonald hasn't gone out yet either. Just a minute to go in the qualifying session though. Oh, I'll turn my hair off, it's a bit hot. Oh shit. This is going to be a struggle, guys. I apologise profusely. As we wait for this qualifying session to wrap up, move on over to our heat racing. It's going to be two heats. Heats 1 and 2. 1 will decide the inside line. The outside line will be decided by heat 2. Likely similar situation in the 360 wing variant of the sprint car race after this one. But we'll see if anyone can sort of carry that sprint car, what's the phrase, momentum through. We can go to Knoxville, the home of the Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum. Would have been an interesting place to do this double round at, but Bristol Motor Speedway just as good a home. Let's check it out. All right, grid for Heat 1. It's going to be Ken McLean and Dale Bowen on that front row. Let's get our cameras down to the team. Dawson Potter and Brian Angel will be on that second row. Mike Davis and Travis McDonald are going to be on that third and final row. Just waiting for Dale Bowen to appear on the track. There he is. We're good to go. Six cars all vying for that pole position spot. Only one of them is going to be able to get it. Who's it going to be? Ken McLean, Dow Bowen, Brian Angel, Dawson Potter, Travis McDonald, or Mike Davis. No track map here at Bristol Motor Speedway, so we'll do the best we can in terms of determining where they are in said parts of the race. Truck has left the light up. We're going to get this one underway. Playing off a great start there. Dale Bowen in second. Dawson Potter third. Brian Angels currently fourth. Mike Davis fifth. Looks like Travis McDonald in. The pit lane did not take the first lap. Must have, I'm sure he was there on the grid so much to jump into the pits. There he goes, pit lane. Back out on the track by the looks of that. Like my knees, thanks to the like brother, appreciate there has been a crash. See that, but I didn't see who it was. Chased down by this man, the 11 on the leaderboard, just the 3B on our screens. Down behind. I hope that's JB on the front there with that cop mustache and sunglasses. He's almost got his first heat done and dusted. Kent McLean, our race leader, Dale Bowen second. Dawson Potter back there in third. Brian Angel, Mike Davis, Travis McDonald round out our 6-car heat as we get our one flag lap. We're going to move our way up to the AM here. KP Plumbing Services dirt mini stock, the wingless sprint car. Takes out the victory there in heat 1. Graphics logo on there. Great wrap. Let's have a look at the results though. We know Travis McDonald finished in 6th place. Mo Digging Mafia, Mike Davis in 5th. Yoda Outlaws driver Brian Angel in 4th. KHR's very own Dawson Potter in 3rd. Privateer Dale Bowen in 2nd. But Bam Motorsports driver Kent McLean takes out Heat 1 and gets the feature start on the inside line of the grid. Let's see who's going to join him on the outside line. Will it be Von Mead and Wayne Bridges on that front row? Let's find a camera. There we go. Jonathan Foxworth and Mike Moniz on that second row. Tim Brown or Tom Land on that third and final row. Looks like Tom might have got in just in time for the qualifying. No, not qualifying, sorry, to line up for the heat races. Wayne Bridges, Jonathan Foxworth, Mike Moniz, Tom Land, Tim Brown. That is our 6-car Heat 2 lineup. This is the Knuckleheadz iRacing League's Grassroots Racing Series. Only 3 weeks remaining of racing. This is week 9, week 10, and week 11 still to come. The pace truck to leave the track any moment now. Cars outside line, non-lead sprint cars here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Great start there. Jonathan Foxworth back there in second. Wayne Bridges currently third. Will Brown, Tom Land and Mike Moniz the fourth, fifth and sixth drivers. There as he was coming up on Tim Brown and might have to wash off a little bit of speed there. Almost a bit of contact again. Oh, no, there it is. There's definitely a bit of a speed difference between the 429 and the 91. Tim Brown and Tom Land. Tom Land has the extra speed. It's not the line to get past him, unfortunately. Oh, up to the wall. That might damage that front right. It does. It's going to put him back up into that wall with 5 to go. So the 92 of Wayne Bridges also crashed out. That's our first caution of the night. Excuse me. Let's get this one lined back up. There, that one looks like it's Tom Land and Wayne Bridges. We get this one sort of lined back up, ready to finish our Heat 2 race. Oh, restart, potentially. Hard to tell. Maybe not. Too wide. Von Mead and Jonathan Foxworth front row. Mike Menez and Tim L. Brown second. Tom Land and Wayne Bridges on that third and final row. I hate being sick. Least favourite tip. Enjoy unbroken sleep. Head being clear. Six lap heat race being extended out to 10 laps. Here. That race car into the lead. He's got himself a lifeline here. It's that white flag lap. He is going to take out heat 2 if he keeps this up. He's trying to make as much competition as possible though. As he wants that front row start. Let's see what happens here. Might have been angled a bit better on that turn. He's going to get to the finish line first. I think, yeah, he does. What a race there on those last 2 laps. Foxworth battling it out hard. Official results though are as follows. Team Southern Sim Racing, Mike Menez in 6th. Tom Land and Wayne Bridges 5th and 4th. Finishing in 3rd is Tim L. Brown. The B-Main Bandit in 2nd, Jonathan Foxworth. And then Mediocre Racing's Von Mead takes out the Heat 2 win. As we get to our first feature grid of 2 here tonight. I don't think we have any current points leaders on the track. Let's just check that out actually. Mike Menez. Oh no, he is. He's at rear of a field. So the order should be good to go in this respect. It is going to be Kent McLean and Von Mead on the front row. Dale Bowen and Jonathan Foxworth on the second row. Dawson Potter and Tim L. Brown on that third row. Fourth row is going to be Brian Angel and Wayne Bridges. Fifth row, Mike Davis and Tom Land. Sixth row is going to be Travis McDonald and Mike Menez. Struggle, guys. I'm so sorry. 35 laps, first of 2 feature races here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Race for 35 laps here at Bristol Motor Speedway, the non-wing sprints for the Grassroots Racing Series Knuckleheadz iRacing League. Caution has come straight out, so Tom Land has come to a stop. Rolling on into the pits to give himself some repairs first. Ken McLean, Von Mead on that front row, Jonathan Fox with the Dalbart on the second, Dawson Potter and Tim Brown on that third row. Fourth row is going to be Brian Angel, Wayne Bridges, Mike Davis and Mike Menez on that fifth row. Travis McDonald and Tom Land will be on that sixth and final row. Tom Land rolling through the pits again. I'm not sure if he maybe had a penalty that he had to sit. Burning up. Oh. Looks like I'm going to get this one back underway in just a moment. Tom Land still in the pits, and just 11 cars remain on the track. See the pace truck leave. Von Mead Dalbo, another caution out straight away though. Let's see when that one came out from the telemetry just yet. Sprints here at Bristol Motor Speedway, part of the Knuckleheadz iRacing League's grassroots racing series, exclusively live on Mud TV via BobbethTV, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and now Kick. Our second caution for our 35-lap feature race. Still one more feature to come after this. We've got the winged versions of the sprint cars as well here today at Bristol Motor Speedway. So a bit of a sprint car at Bristol theme. I'm just going to go quiet for a few minutes. I'll be back soon, guys. Sorry about this. Looks like it has been a very cautious affair so far. I've come back and another caution is up on our screen. It's just on lap 6 of 35. So that front row is Ken McLean and Dale Bowen, Von Mead and Dawson Potter behind them. Ryan Angel, Travis McDonald, row 3. Row 4 is Mike Davis and Wayne Bridges. Row 5, Tim L. Brown and Mike Manise. Jonathan Foxworth and Tom Lamb would be on that 6th and final row. But it looks like Jonathan Foxworth, our B-main bandit, has retired. Hopefully he's back for the winged version. Right, there's my coffee done. Bowen and Von Mead, Dawson Potter, Travis McDonald, that's the top 5. Yeah, rest of the field, Brian Ashton, Tim Brown, Mike Davis, John Wayne Bridges, Tom Land. Tom's 2 laps downstairs. Looks like we've got our first kick bite. Go over there and fix that one up. Lap 10 of 35 as this race is starting to get underway a bit better now. Ken McLean, Von Mead up the front. Battling it out, Dale Bowen and Dawson Potter, 5. Brown, Mike Davis, Wayne and Bridges, Mike List, Tom Land at 11, 6 to 11. Looks like the tower here. Seat in the house. Outside being actually on the track, I guess. Almost halfway through this first 2 feature races. Women's sprints here at Bristol Motor Speedway up first, and it will be the winged 360 variant sprint cars still here at Bristol Motor Speedway, all part of the Knuckleheadz iRacing League's grassroots racing series. It's week 9, night 2. 1 night to go of week 9 as the caution comes out. Very sick household here today, as you may have heard in the background there. It is advisable to stay away from BobbethTV Studios for a couple of days. We are diseased. We will definitely disinfect the entire studio before we get the interviews going. But it is, yeah, very much a not well household at the moment. Off we go and racing again. Dow, Bowen, and Flying Reed, Dawson, Porter, Travis, McDonald, Brian Angel, Mike Meach, Wayne Bridges, Tom Lane, Mike Davis. Just 10 cars remain. Timo Brown in the pits. Jonathan Foxwood has retired. Charging Travis McDonald there in 5th place. The top 3 battled out just up there ahead of them. Contact there between, I think, Brian Mead and I'm not sure. What about Dow Bowen? The caution has come out. Might be up in the wall 2000. He's caught up in that wall as well. Well, we get to our latest caution. Just want to shout out to everyone coming along and checking this stuff out. I know a lot of you potentially here to watch the drivers you know do well. But for those of you that sort of stumble upon us and check it out and sort of go, this looks interesting, I might watch it, we appreciate you. This is the Knuckleheadz iRacing League's Grassroots Racing Series. 11-week, 3-night competition, 5 races a week. This is race 3 of 5. We've got one more to come tonight, one to come tomorrow night. As we get close to wrapping up this season, Mike Mead is our current points leader. That man on our screens, he's our current race leader. That's Ken McLean in the KP Plumbing Services mini stock. No, it's not a mini stock, Bob. It's the KP Plumbing Services wingless sprint. Only about 12 more minutes left in this session. Plenty of time to get the laps out naturally via green flag. However, if it continues sort of on this small green flag runs, we may have a bit of a crossover occur with our second race. Lobby for that one does open in about 9 minutes, 10 minutes. Currently in the pits. Jonathan Foxwood had retired 11 laps ago. So just the 10 cars on the track as we get lap 19 of 35 underway. Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Damn it, I thought I could block that one. I ended up racing. We just Dow Bowen, that man there on our screens in second. Dawson got a third, Travis got Friday fourth and 5th. The cars on the track, 6 like that. Brown on laps remain in this 35 lap feature race. Off we go and racing again, lap 25 of 35. So financial 7 car getting into the wall there. Shoot up in front, that's Kim playing our race. Leader Dal Bowen back there behind him. Dawson, Potter, Travis McDonald, Coleman, Land as well. Lap 29 of 35, getting to that handful of laps remaining. Dal Bowen up front, trying to hold on. Dal Bowen make something work here. It is officially 5 to go in this 35 lap battle. It has been a bit of a mammoth one. 23 minutes into this race. As we watch Ken Dow coming around. Get some great top-down view of this battle here. Excuse me. Dow, no doubt, at all, just visual. Like it's a horror movie when he blinks and comes back, he's just that little bit closer. Green flag run here. That's been 3.5 laps. Oh no! Oh no! That was very close. Couldn't quite see who that car was that they came into contact with, but that was almost very much the end of that 1-2 battle between Ken and Dow. Ken's going to run away with it now, but it could have been Could have been much, much worse. Travis McDonald could have snuck through there. Flag. What a way to celebrate. Most people do burnouts. Kent wanted to crash. Let's get our results on the screen for our first of two feature races. We'll put these ones away. We'll get the 360 sprints, winged sprints out, and we'll get ready to do it all over again in just about 5 minutes. Now, B-Main Bandit Jonathan Foxworth finished in 12th. Wayne Bridges 11th. Tim L. Brown in 10th. Yoda Outlaws Brian Angel in 9th. Mo Digging Mafia's Mike Davis in 8th. Mediocre Racing's Von Mead in 7th. Team Southern Sim Racing's Mike Meneza in 6th. Our top 5. Tom Land, KHR's very own Dawson Potter in 4th. Dow Bowen in 3rd. Travis McDonald 2nd. But there could be only one winner. And that man that held on today was Kent McLean. Getting the job done. Let's get his details on our screen. Let's get over to the Discord, have a quick chat before they jump over to the practice for the next session. All right, and as the boys are in the pits frantically bolting those wings back onto those 360 sprint cars, we'll jump in here and have a quick chat with Ken McLean. We don't have to leave the track. We're just here all day, so nice and easy one. But Kent, there was a few times throughout this race tonight. Once in the feature, the heat race, and then obviously there was a few moments in the feature that I thought were lucky to go your way. We'll start off with the heat racing. I think it was you and, if I'm not mistaken, Von Mead battling it out where, or was it Jonathan? There was someone that got out in front of you for like a lap in that heat race at the end there, and you only just got it back. Who was that? Remind me.
I think that was Vaughn on one of the restarts on the heat race.
Yeah.
He got up beside me. I was like, because Vaughn, he's getting very quick. I was
Yes.
worried about him in the feature, and but yeah, that and Dow, he was giving me a run for my money. Every time I'd get a good lead, we'd have a caution. I'm like, golly, I did not need that.
No, look, and it was funny because, like, I know, like, Dow obviously spent a lot of time in second. Von was up there. Von had obviously a bit of an issue there. Travis was able to move up ultimately, but Dawson, another one that I think you can sort of thank him and also be a little bit concerned by him because the battles that he was putting on with those second and third place guys was really holding them up and allowing you to sort of do your business. And it looked like everyone was sort of stuck worrying about the car behind them from third position back, and there was some really, really good battles going on. A little bit of change in speed. We see a lot of people were able to keep that sprint car straight. A lot of people were trying to get it angled through the turns. What was your sort of preferred line? Were you able to keep it a bit straighter and a bit quicker, or was the turn right to go left sort of the key for you tonight?
I just hooked it up on the cushion, and it would keep it. If you hooked it up on the cushion enough, it would keep the car tight and pretty straight. Then obviously, just not holding it to the floor in the corners. But during the first part of the race, the middle worked pretty good. Kind of diamond in the corner, it worked pretty well. I was able to pull away from them, and then once the middle started slicking off, I kind of just had to run up top, and I would run actually just a hair above the cushion, and I was actually able to gain a lot more speed that way down the straightaways to be able to pull from them. And then later in the race, once the berm was all the way up at the wall, I guess that's just where you had to be.
No, it definitely looked like the case. And then once we got that last sort of 5 laps, that last handful of laps of that restart, you're able to sort of just lock that in and get that car moving. Travis McDonald, obviously, one of the potential points leaders. So obviously good to have him behind you in that regard. Let's see, where are you? You're currently sitting in ninth. But those points, it really is only 20 30 points between yourself and the top 5. So as we come through these final, I said 3 weeks to go. It is 3 weeks. I incorrectly called it week 9. We're in the middle of week 8, I believe. No, we are week 9. We are. We just haven't, the points haven't been updated yet. So not a lot of racing to go. It's just 10, 11 races after today's double header sort of sprint run here at Bristol. Do you feel like you've built a good foundation? Do you feel like you've sort of set yourself up for a good fun run home?
Yeah. I mean, I've definitely kept a lot of points off the table for them top 5 guys.
Yes.
Throughout the season. So I think that kind of kept everything a little bit tighter. But I'm trying. I race as much as I can with my schedule.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm hoping at least to get into the top 5. So because John keeps giving me shit about being forever was outside the top 10 in points. So, but yeah, I'm definitely going to try at least to get top 5, if not at least, second or third. But
Yeah.
that's going to be pushing it. Some of these guys have to have several bad nights in order for that to happen. But
Yeah.
I'm going to try my best.
Guys like Chris Standridge, John Bennett, not sort of being as regular towards the end of the season as they would like. I think that's also going to help that cause, help some of you guys sort of get that top 5, get that run in, and I think there's going to be a lot of little individual bragging rights sort of going on as we come into the that final run, and then the championship sort of week up in the middle of July. So yeah, like I say, after today, 3 weeks of racing remain, but we won't wish them all away yet. We've still got the wing sprints to get through tonight here at Bristol Motor Speedway. We've got the, what do we got tomorrow night? It is if I'm not mistaken, the Super Lates at Knoxville. So that's going to be an awesome round as well, but very tough. So yeah, I think all of the points that you collect along the way from here on in, it's going to be very interesting to see who can sort of min-max their input and output and sort of come away with the best gains. But if anyone can do it, Kent, you're certainly one of those guys on the board. Unfortunately for yourself, a lot of those guys on the board are capable, depending on the combination and the track. So it's going to be very fun to watch as we watch some of these runs to the top 5, to the top 10, to the championship form in the next 3 weeks. So it's going to be 2 weeks, not counting today. Sorry. Before we let you go, friends, family, sponsors, anyone you want to give a shout out to, thank for getting you here today?
Yeah, wife and kids, my dad, KP Plumbing Services, you, Bob, at Mud Mule TV, all the guys at KHR, all the admins, John, my teammate. We couldn't do it without each and every one of us. So I'm grateful everybody can come together and make all this possible.
No, definitely could not agree more, my man. Well, I know the 360 winged sprint cars are good to go to get out on that track. So I'll let you go. You get some practice in. And look, we'll have you back in the booth anytime we can. Obviously, that is entirely up to you in that respect. So we'll see you soon. But best of luck with the run home.
Thanks, Bob.
Thank you. All right, that was Ken McLean, our winner here tonight. We'll flick over to the intro video just as we get set up for the next race. And we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Stay tuned.
The lights go low. The crowd is roaring. Time to go. Thank you for joining. The spotlight's aglow. Welcome to the show, BobbethTV. Let's roll. Bob on the mic, the voice of the night, calling every lap under fierce floodlights. Mud flies, engines scream, white knuckle drivers chase their dream. Hearts pounding loud and raw. Bob calls it all with a thunderous roar. There battle is tight. Who will rise in the heat of the night? The finish line's near, we're on the edge. Who's taking the crown? Who's falling off the ledge?
Right, we're just going to jump straight back in to the broadcast screen. We'll get the race info up on our screens momentarily. This is the continued double feature race for the Knuckleheadz iRacing Elite Grassroots Racing Series. We start off tonight with 360's non-winged sprint cars here at Bristol Motor Speedway, Bristol, USA. Now we're going to roll out with the winged variants. The same style race. So 360 sprint cars with wings. Now we are on Bristol Motor Speedway. We are currently in the practice session. as the practice session gets to start to the gets up to that wind-up point. We're at 12.5 minutes of 15. Travis McDonald is our current quick time is where I was trying to go. 14.292. Tom Land, Dawson Potter, Von Mead, Ken McLean, the top 5. Brian Angel, Bud Molyneux, Henry Roslowski, Mike Menez, Tim Brown, Wayne Bridges, Mike Davis round out the rest of the field. Main event here tonight at Bristol Speedway. Ken McLean. We go back to back with the 360 sprints here at Bristol Speedway. We're going to find out very soon. Practice is just about to wrap up. Looks like 14.579 might have been the latest quick time. 45.65 Mike Menez as well. It's going to make qualifying quite interesting as we get ready to throw over. All right, looks like Mike Davis, Mad Dog, is going to be one of the first guys out for qualifying. There's Ken McLean. Not sure why it doesn't kick over qualifying mode. Oh, there we go. It's automatically. But it is. It is. Just testing the chat. Okay, so kick does work. Cool. Oh, yeah, no, we had that other guy coming through earlier, didn't we? Tom Land, quick time 14.614, just gets beaten by 14.495. Travis McDonald, Ken McLean back there in third. And 14.628, 14.678, and 14.679. Dawson Potter and Henry Roslowski. Jamal Brown, 14.969, 15.011 for Mike Menez, 15.149 and 15.632 for Wayne Bridges and Mike Davis. Bud Molyneux, 15.646. Excuse me. What's the second lap going to do? He can crack that 14 mark. I don't think he did, unfortunately. Oh yeah, 14.803. Going to jump him 2 spots up into 6, just outside the top 5. There's Von Mead in 4th, 14.645. It's a great car. I love that one. Fond Meats. Rusted old Mud Mule TV sprint car barn find. It is for sale, so reach out if you do want to buy that sprint car, get yourself into some racing action. Don't though, because let Fond race it. Twelve cars have qualified. 12 cars have registered for the race. We are done with our qualifying. We're going to kick over to our final lot of heat races before we get to our final feature race of the night. One more race to come tomorrow before just 2 weeks remain, weeks 10 and 11. If I sound a little flat, it is because I'm under the weather. There is an illness in the BobbethTV studios. But so we try and gut through today, see how that one felt. And I feel like I'm pretty beat, but I feel like we can do this. I feel like we can get through these heat races, this feature race. And then Bob goes back to bed and watches some more rookie. Binge watching the rookie season 1. Seen a few clips here and there, never watched it, so thought I'd check it out. Heard good things. And, yeah, it's a pretty funny show, a pretty entertaining show, rather. All right, who is going to be today's winner? Kent McLean took out the non-winged variant of these 360 sprints. Now we've got the winged variants. He's currently third quickest, so he'll start off in our first feature for a chance to start that front row in the feature again. Oh, smash a heap of water real quick. It's hard to breathe though, so that was fun. Oh, I love being sick. Who doesn't? All right, qualifying is done. Let's get ourselves over to our heat racing formats. 2 heats, 12 cars. Our first grid is going to be Travis McDonald and Kent McLean on that front row. Dawson Potter and Brian Angel will be on that second row. And third row is going to be Mike Benese and Micah Davis. Six laps inside line to be decided. The winner will start the front row feature spot. McLean looking for his back-to-back wins here in the sprint cars. Travis McDonald looking to hold him off and get some extra points before this championship is wrapped up. Travis seems like he is super keen to get this one started. So he was racing the pace car for a bit there. Most exhaust repair 88 versus the KP Plumbing Services 75. 44 on the 7, the 30, the 99. 6 cars inside line. We're about to get this one underway. So Ken might have got that race car up to speed faster there. Definitely did, because he got that car rolling past Travis McDonald like it was standing still. back-to-back battle run. Currently Ken McLean, Travis McDonald, Dawson, Potter, there's Brian Angel, Mike Menez, Mike Davis. Actually, no, that's Dawson Potter, Brian Angel, Mike Menez, Mike Davis a little bit further off the pack there. Second feature start for the night. Set himself up for a great back-to-back run in the sprint cars here. Let's get those official results on our screen before they line up for Heat 2. Our final heat race of the night. Mike Davis for Mo Digging Mafia in 6th. Team Southern Cinema Racing's Mike Menez 5th. Brian Angel for Yoda Outlaws in 4th. KHR's very own Dawson Potter in 3rd. Travis McDonald finished 2nd. But BAM Motorsports driver Kent McLean picks up his 2nd Heat 1 win for the night. His 2nd feature race pole position start. Let's get to the grid of this one. It looks like we're missing Von Mead. So Tom Land on that front row. Tim Brown should move up to promote Henry Roslowski and Bud Molyneux, Wayne Bridge, the other 3 cars in this field. But Von Mead did not take the field. That is going to be very interesting. Gulps and that bottle of water's gone. Man. Tom Land, Tim Brown, Henry Roslowski, Bud Molyneux, Wayne Bridges, 5 cars. Von Mead did not take the field. Not sure if he's in the pits. I don't believe he is, though. He's just going to leave the track. We're going to get Heat 2 underway in just a moment. Brown and Tom Land off to a great start. Tim's going to float up the track a little bit. So did the 79 Henry Roslowski. Hopefully there was no contact there. Some contact. Yellow flag has come out. We'll stay here on Tom Land, our race restarter. To catch all of that coughing fit before I got it out on live. Apologies there. Currently single file lineup, but I do believe it will be double wide with Tom Land and Tim Brown on the front row, Henry Roslowski and Wayne Bridges on that second. Bud Molyneux currently in the pits as Von Mead did not take the field. So just the 4 cars remain. We might extend out to about 7 or 8 laps here, just with the middle part of our heat race washed away with the yellow flag laps. All right, looks like we've got these guys lined up, ready to get this one back underway. It's going to be Tom Lander, Tim L. Brown, Henry Roslowski, Wayne Bridges, the 91, the 429, the 79, the 92. Lap. No, pace truck has left the track. We're going to get this one underway. Ken McLean is about to find out who will be lining up on the outside pole position line with him. The rest of the guys will line up in order behind that winner. Right now it's going to be Tom Land from Motor International. White flag over the lap. On 4 there for Tom Land. Keeps it safe though. Gets that checkered flag a run with the last lap of 14.89. True, the quickest one out there. As he gets that front row start. Let's have a look at the official results. Von Mead, Mediocre Racing, finishes. It will score 6th. The place did not take the field. Venom Racing's Bud Molyneux in 5th. And it was Wayne Bridges in 4th. The top 3, Henry Roslowski, Tim L. Brown 3rd and 2nd, but our winner, Tom Land. Let's have a look at this grid. It is going to be Kent McLean and Tom Land on the front row. Travis McDonald, Tim L. Brown, 2nd row. 3rd row is going to be Dawson Potter and Henry Roslowski, Brian Angel and Wayne Bridges on that 4th row. 5th row, it says Mike Moniz, but it's actually going to be Mike Davis and Bud Molyneux. Von Mead and Mike Moniz will be on that 6th and final row if Von takes the field. Second of 2:35 lap main events will start momentarily. Ken McLean looking very strong for a back-to-back run here tonight. Truck will leave the track very shortly. We're going to get this one underway. 35 laps, 360 sprint cars. We've already done the non-winged variants here at Bristol Motor Speedway earlier tonight. Ken McLean, the 75 sprint car, won that one. He is now in the feature pole position start for the winged variant. Can he go back to back? We're about to find out as we come through 3 and 4. We're going to get this race underway in just a second. run. Tom Land did get a very fast run on the high line, and he's going to move up into first. Travis McDonald and Tim Brown battling it out for third and fourth. Back there with Dawson Potter behind him in fifth. Of Ken McLean going back to back at this point in time. Still a lot of race to go. It's only lap 3 of 35, Bob. Let's not wish the rest of this race away just yet. Contact Tim L. Brown and Henry Rosolowski. That's going to be our first caution of our second feature race here tonight. Trying to stretch. No thanks. All right, just a 10-car field at remain. It looks like Bud Molyneux has retired. Tim L. Brown's taken his into the pit lane. So just 9 on the track. 10 cars officially still registered in this race. All right, Tom Lamb, Ken McLean, front row, Travis McDonald, second, third, Brian Andrew, Wayne Bridges, fourth row, Mike News, Mike Davis, fifth row, Tim L. Brown. Just 9 cars remain. Henry Rosolowski has officially parked that sprint car. 3 guys are registered for the race but are no longer in this race. Following me, Bud Molyneux, Henry Rosolowski, 9 remain. Great start. Travis McDonald moving himself up into second. Ken's falling back to third. We might have given Ken a little bit of the broadcaster's curse, possibly. Let's see how we go. Well, come racing up on him for place. Brian Angelo in the chat. Team Yoda Racing is of course the Yoda Outlaws. Currently running in 5th place. Yoda Outlaws really have impressed me. They've come in, they've sort of, whoa, Tom Land got a lot loose there. He is going to give up first place to Travis McDonald. It looks like we might have got the car back up to speed at just the last possible moment, but no, Travis McDonald contact there for Ken McLean. And Tom Land, Tom is going to shoot up into the wall, lose his wing. Not sure the yellow flags will come out. It is the race leader, Travis McDonald. Ken McLean's going to move up into second, third, Dawson Potter. Brian Angel, sorry, I saw with the L, and I thought maybe that's just the way that you guys normally refer to it, but I do remember, because I remember I was calling it Angle, I think, and he was like, it's more Angel. That is probably the hardest part of this job, is making sure you get everyone's names correct. Some very quite international drivers on BobbethTV, on Mud Mule TV from time to time. We're everywhere from Germany, Sweden, Finland, where else? England, obviously the Americas. But yeah, it's crazy cool. Looks like Travis McDonald's going to take the high line on this restart, possibly. He'll be alongside Ken McLean. Behind him would be Dawson Potter and Brian Angel. Mike Manise, Wayne Bridges, third row. Fourth row, Tim L. Brown and Mike Davis. With the 8 cars on the track. Oh, nice time for hiccups, Bob. 9th place, Tom Land, currently in the pits. I do believe he's coming up on the pit exit, though. So we'll be rejoining this race in 9th place. 9th place. Of 35, Travis McDonald will be our restarter. Looks like he is picking the high line there. That's going to give Kent McLean the appearance of pole position, but the leader can choose the lane they start on. So if they want to go high, they can. Some prefer to start a little bit up higher on the track. So Travis taking that advantageous opportunity there. Brian Angel and Dawson Potter behind them. Mike Manise and Wayne Bridges, Tim L. Brown and Mike Davis, Tom Land and Henry Roslowski back on the track. Welcome back, Henry. He's sorted out. He's back on the track now to continue racing this one out. Side by side for almost a full lap and might have the slight advantage. Travis has that run down the straightaway. Stronger, faster of the two, but that high line, you know, that you can get out on that high line down the straightaway, or between the car you're chasing in the wall, and 9 times out of 10 beat it to the start finish line. Panic too much, you just hold it, you know that you're going to run. Again, not able to keep up with Travis there, falling back to battle with Dawson Potter in third place now. Mark of this 35 lap feature race. Here comes the rains. Not letting up on Ken McLean there. He really wants to get that second place battle out of the way. Doesn't have enough to then take on Travis McDonald in the lead. 21 all about 35. So 15 laps with 14 a bit to come. The yellow flag has come out. Can't quite see him crash, but Henry Roslowski did enter pit lane. Excuse moi. Yeah, no crashes recorded on the telemetry there. All right, it's going to be lap 22 of 35. We'll get this one back underway. Will this be the last green flag run? Travis McDonald and Kent McLean will battle it out on the front row. Second row is going to be Brian Angel and Dawson Potter. Mike Manise and Wayne Bridges on that third row. Fourth row, Tom Land and Tim L. Brown. Mike Davis will have that fifth row with Henry Roslowski. Henry Roslowski 8 laps down though, so won't be racing for positional battle. Travis McDonald electing to take that high line again. It really is working out for him, so you'd understand that he would continue to do so. 14 laps when we get this one going, remaining. All right, backstretch, they are, seems like they're just rolling through this backstretch. That is the longest backstretch I've seen in a while. Through 3 and 4, pace truck is going to leave the track here. We're going to get this one back underway. Lap 22 of 35. This is the Knuckleheadz iRacing League's Grassroots Racing Series, live exclusively on Mudmule TV, courtesy of BobbethTV, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and now Kick as well. Kick to the viewing audience family. We need to move that car up a little bit higher on the line if he's going to want to battle Travis a bit harder. At least get that slide going. Travis has just got him on exit every time there, it seems. Another caution out. Geometry just not picking up who actually is crashing though. Wayne Bridges did end a pit lane though. Still 10 cars remain in this 12-car field. Travis McDonald, Ken McLean, Dawson Potter 1, 2 and 3. Brian Angel and Tom Land 4th and 5th. Tim L. Brown in 6th. Mike Davis 7th. Wayne Bridges in 8th. Mike Maniz, Henry Roslowski 9th and 10th. I guess single file restart. There goes Henry Roslowski with a bit of a wave around there by the looks of it. So those lead laps back. Lining it back up, front row, Kent McLean, Travis McDonald, Dawson Potter, Brian Angel, second row, Tim L. Brown and Tom Land, the third row, Mike Davis and Mike Maniz on the fourth row, Wayne Bridges and Henry Roslowski, fifth. Pace truck is leaving the track. We're going to get this one back underway. It's going to be lap 25 and 35, 11 remain. Has secured the run here. Can he keep it going? This is basically what happened last race. A little bit of a challenge for the lead. He managed to get it back at the Dutch stages and hold on. Travis McDonald right there behind him as he's close Potter though. Right into the top round. Replace the cars at the 15-minute mark of this race. 7 laps remain. not enough that we know. And he knows that high line is quick. So coming in low is not going to win straightaway races. But I guess he's just going to look at every opportunity and see, follow the leader. You are not going to get past them. So you're going to have to look for those opportunities that just sort of show up and you know, consider options that you might not normally consider. Oh, Kent a little bit high up there into the wall, but not a problem. Looks like it affected Dawson Potter a little bit more than Kent. Second time through 3 and a 4. It's going to be 3 of those to go. Hold on, it's 3 more laps. Can you do it? It's only 3 laps, brother. Don't have a lot of opportunities left. Dawson Potter just sitting back there, really trying to capitalise on any mistakes that may occur up front. Did have an issue in the pro race. I couldn't mention Kent. See what his thoughts were with the lap traffic and that almost affecting that battle. Coming up on us now, white flag of the lap. Kent McLean should hold on to the checkered flag. He does. What a race. Back-to-back victories. Kent McLean is the 360 man at Bristol Motor Speedway. Official results up on our screen here. We know that Von Mead did not take the field, so officially scored in 12th for Mediocre Racing, Venom Racing, Spud Molyneux on 11th. Privateers, Henry Roslowski and Wayne Bridges 10th and 9th. Mo Digging Mafia's Mike Davis. Mad Dog secures 8th spot. Mike Manish for Team Southern Sim Racing in 7th. Tim Earl Brown in 6th. Our top 5, Yoda Outlaws, Brian Angel, Tom Land for Motor International in 4th. KHR's very own Dawson Potter in 3rd. Travis McDonald looked like he was going to be tonight's winner, but 2nd place. And back-to-back victors, Mr. 360, Mr. Bristol. I'm not sure what we call him, but Kent McLean has done it. Let's get our screens all set up and jump over and grab another chat. All right, I'm not sure if we can call you Mr. 360, Mr. Bristol 360 or what, but Ken McLean, congratulations taking out the 360's winged and non-winged variants here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Looked like Travis, once again, it looked like you might have had a bit of a competition on you in this race like you did last race, but Travis was looking quite strong until, once again, like last race, that last restart, you sort of just put your head down, bum up, and got that car where it needed to be and held on. Likewise, again, Dawson Potter just sitting back there, really waiting for one of you guys to slip up. Did you think by about lap 20 that you were going to be where you needed to be when it was all said and done, or were you sort of like, Travis has got this?
I honestly thought I thought Travis was going to take it. The only thing I ever had for him was on the restarts until he got the momentum built up.
Yep.
And you know the two, I think one, maybe the two previous before I threw the slider, it was, I knew I could keep up with him for about 2 laps on the bottom, and then he would get that momentum. He would finally get a car length coming out of 4 on the 3rd lap, and then I tuck in behind him. So I was like, all right, this next restart, if I hit 1 and 2 right, just throwing a slider, and I should have plenty, you know, clearing him. And it worked out, thank goodness.
No, definitely did. It looked like, obviously, I was explaining to the viewers that the leader on restarts does get lane choice. You can choose high or low if you like. Traditionally, the restart is that low pole position start, but the high line obviously allows you to sort of set that momentum run, get that rubber band sort of twisting a little bit earlier. But like you say, that inside line, because of the acceleration and the run of that corner, it is going to be a little bit quicker down there. And I felt like while Travis wasn't panicking, you could see the race sort of get away from him a little bit, but he was just, as you said, it was just once he got that third lap wound up and it let go out of four. It didn't matter where you were coming out of for, it would just race its way down to that start finish line. And I thought that's going to be very tough to beat. We talk about race speed and race momentum, and there's usually enough race speed. We see it a lot where too you can keep up with the guy, or you can get that nose up under the bum end, but not a lot of speed left to really get past the car and get past him. You sort of need a forced or an unforced error to come out from the driver you're chasing, and not a lot of guys will do that in this league, especially not Travis. Um, so yeah, it was looking quite cool. But as I say, you got past him on that restart and held on. I really think for a while there, much like that pro race where I was saying to you, Dawson, especially Dawson, you needed to sort of thank him. I think he tied up that second and fourth spots a bit to allow you to get that run in the first race. It seemed that way towards the end there as well. Once you got that car in the lead, Dawson was really there. He was really sort of putting the handle on Travis, and I think he had to put a bit more focus on that than he could you, and that allowed you to sort of get that 2/10 victory and take it home. Now we talked about it. Top five is the goal. Back-to-back victories is going to keep the points off of guys. Not necessarily Travis. Obviously, he's up there in second, so he'll do okay. But Mike Moniz, the points leader, coming into coming into the last points update. I feel like you're keeping the points off the right guys in terms of keeping this alive and keeping a lot of different cars in with it in for a chance. You got yourself and a few others that are sort of looking for a top five run, but then the top five, it literally is going to come down to probably the last two races as to how we set up that championship battle and who's going to have that sort of more advantageous start. Which is what we expect from you guys, and you always deliver in terms of the championships. They rarely we have this is a 5 race series, a 5 race 3 night series with one championship, whereas normally it's that format with 5 champions. And I think last season we had the late model one that Cody ran away with, but other than that, they were all pretty much decided on the night. And I feel like the grassroots racing series is not going to be an exception to that rule. That with guys like yourself, Dawson, Tom Land, Brian Angel doing well in this last half of the season, it's really keeping a lot of those extra points that some of those boys got at the start out of play, and meaning that they really have
Yeah,
to work for it.
yeah. If Dawson keeps this run up, he's going to be either ahead of me in points. Us going up the ladder together, or it'll be neck and neck for sure. Yeah, because he first part of the race he was worrying me. I was like, man, he's all over me. I was like, I just hope I don't mess up because he's gonna blow right by me. But yeah, it was definitely a fun race.
Mm.
These cars they're a blast to drive, and they're definitely a handful, but they are fun.
Now, off to Knoxville tomorrow night, super late models. The big boys in the late model family. How do you think you're going to go there? That one, tough track to run the inside line on. Obviously, that infield burn can be a bit of an obstacle at Knoxville. What's sort of the main sort of goal and aim coming out there tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow night, my daughter has
Ah,
softball
softball.
practice. So
Softball practice,
yeah,
of
so I won't
course.
make that, but I will give the guys some helpful hints. Usually, I mean, if you can run the bottom, it's going to be quick, really quick, until it slicks off. And then everybody's going to go the high side. Once that starts slicking off, if these guys can enter in kind of high and then run the middle out, you'll be extremely fast at the end of the race if you've saved enough tires. So um, there's my little helpful hint for the guys running tomorrow. But yeah, I wish I could do it because I do. I like Knoxville. We don't get to really run the supers a lot, so it is fun to jump in those cars when we can. But I'll be watching that one from my phone tomorrow.
It should be a good race. Well, congratulations picking up back-to-back victories here tonight in our sprint car, our 360 sprint car themed Bristol night. It was a great night of racing. We heard about them prior, but can never hear about them enough. Friends, family, sponsors. Who do you need to give a shout out for making all this possible?
The wife and kids, my dad, you Bob, Mud Mule TV, all the guys at KHR, all the admins. I want to give a special shout out to close family. They just went through a tragedy, and I just wish people, throw up some prayers for them. Just kind of an unspoken prayer request, but that's it.
Definitely. I did. Obviously, we have friends on Facebook, and I did. I had seen. I think your post on that, and yeah, look. Definitely. I know it's actually just been just over a year since my little brother passed away tragically as well, and then obviously you guys the memories for the memorial race that we did for him, and what the fundraiser, and it's sort of just a friendly reminder that always it doesn't matter if you've done it 10 times that day, tell the person that you're with that you love them, because you never know when you might not have a chance to say it, and that's the time when it will be the most important to do so. And friends, family, surround yourself with love and fun, and look after everyone out there. It goes without saying that you never know what battles people are sort of facing.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely hard. But yeah, it's every day's a blessing. People take it for granted all the time, and tomorrow's never promised. So
That is
it's just
100%.
kind of, yep.
No. All right. Well, look, love, thoughts, prayers from the BobbethTV family out to you and to anyone else out there that's listening that might need it. Um, always here for anyone that needs to talk. And what's what I love about these group of guys that we have is that you do, you've got the support there if you do need it. So, big love to you and your family, man. Best of luck with the softball practice tomorrow and the daughter's softball career. And we'll see you again next week to do it all over again.
Thanks, Bob.
Thank you, brother. Talk soon.
Bye.
Bye. All right, that was Ken McLean, back-to-back victor here at the Grassroots Racing Series for the Knuckleheadz iRacing League's Sprint Series at Bristol Motor Speedway today. We started off with the non-winged, finished off with the winged 360 sprint cars, and Ken McLean was able to lock it down hard. All right, guys and girls, I am not well, so I'm going to go. I'm going to go to bed. I will talk to you all tomorrow. Love yous all. Bye.